Hello students. So now I will show to you how to set up the gBASF2 environment within KEKCC. We already tested a Python script locally at KEKCC using BSF2 environment over a small data sample that existed on KEKCC. Now we will use the same Python script within the gBASF2 environment and submit jobs to run over a large data set that can exist uh, on storage elements somewhere on the grid. So I have opened the terminal. Let SSH into my KEKCC computing account. So I'm logged in into my KEKCC computing account. Okay, so in the previous tutorial I showed to you the BSF2 setup, uh, and and for this BSF2 18 Feb 2024 was created. For setting the gBASF2 environment, we have to first create a directory. So we will make this directory gBASF2. Again, we will put the today's date stamp and cd into the directory. So let's copy this command. So we are into this directory, and we will source this script for setting the environment. So it has read my grid certificate. In case it asks you to enter a passphrase, that should be the PEM passphrase, or the second passphrase that you created for your grid certificate when you import it into your KEKCC computing account and bifurcate it into two parts. So it should be the second passphrase created for the grid certificate, which is also called the PEM passphrase. In my case, it didn't ask because I might have already supplied it. Okay, so let's create a test directory, mkdir test. So cd into test. Okay, now for checking the available software release, the command is gb2 check release. So let's copy it. Okay, it's saying your installation is up to date. So if the installation is not up to date, it can be a problem and it need to be updated. And these are the various releases available. So I am going to use this one particular light release, light 2305 Karat. Okay, so before submitting the jobs to the grid, uh, okay, I need to run over some data set, large data set that exists on somewhere on the grid, on some of its storage element. So we should first make sure that the data really exists on the grid storage element. So the command is gb2 dsquery dataset, and this is the location where I wish to run over some data. So let's copy this command. Okay, so it had written some vital parameters and it shows data really exist on grid at this location. So before submitting the actual run, we will submit a dry run. Okay, so the command is gBASF2 and we have to run over this the same Python script that is located in my public directory that we used at the BSF2 setup. And with this I switch, we will use this data located at this location as an input to this Python script. And the switch P shows this is the project name. So I'm calling it as dry run and to today's state. And S switch means we are providing the software release version here, and we are just saying it's a dry run. Okay, so I have already executed this command at my KKCC, so let's pull that command. Okay, just say dry run. Okay, seems everything went through smoothly. Now we can submit the actual job. Just remove this dry run and change the name of the project to just today's date, 18th Feb 2024. So the name of the project will be 18th Feb 2024. Now we are submitting the actual job to the grid. Are you sure to submit the project? Select capital Y, yes. So the job is submitted to the grid and we have been assigned a job ID which is printed here. Now we can monitor the job and look for its status. So the command is gb2 project summary and then name of the project. So it's that says that one job is waiting, and we can have a detailed view of the status of the job with the command gb2 job status, then name of the project. So it will tell you on which grid site the job is running. Okay, it's still waiting, and it has not been assigned any grid site at the moment. And we can go to this address and look for the status of the job from our web browser where your grid certificate is installed. So my grid certificate is installed here. So if I simply click submit, my name is shown here, owner is my username. So the name of the project that we submitted was 18 Feb 2024. So it is now being shown here. Job name is 18 Feb 2024 and the status is waitlisted. And we have not been assigned any site as of now. So let's wait. Okay, the job is now running. You can see the status is running. For a detailed view to see where exactly it's running, okay, so it is running at an Italian site, and it is quite surprising to me because I'm sitting near IMA, and we have our own grid center located at Bidholi campus, and my job went to Italy. Seems like that our grid computing site at UPS Bidholi campus, it's all occupied. So my job went to Italy. So we can access the same status by simply refreshing it. So you can see the name of my job is 18 Feb 2024 and it is running at this Italian site and the status is running. So we have to wait till it is done. It's still running, so wait. So it shows you project name is 18 Feb 2024, owner is my user ID, status is running, it also shows running, submission time in UTC and the duration. Let's again check the status. Okay, it's done now. So for downloading the output, we should first list. So the command is db2ds list. Whether the output of the project is available or not. So I'm listing the content, listing if the project is project's output is available or not. Okay, so the name of the project was 18 Feb 2024. It is available. The output is available for download. For this, we need to create it. We need to create a directory to store the files of this project under our home directory. So we are creating a directory under our home directory, and I have chosen the name to be same as the project name. Okay, and for downloading the command is gb2 dscat. So it's asking, do you want to download files? Yes. So the output file now exists somewhere on the grid, and I'm now downloading it to locally to my KEKCC computing account. So it says downloaded one files from storage element. So as of now it is not specifying from, oh, I believe it's the storage element from the Italy. Okay, so the output file is now available locally at my KEKCC computing account. So let's go to cd 18 feb cd sub. So this is the output file which can be analyzed by a physicist. So in this tutorial I showed you the functioning of gBASF2, how jobs are submitted to the grid, how they are monitored from the command line, from the browser, and how the output is like fetched to your local computer or local account at KEKCC.